It's tomato day. Hello and welcome to today we are making the Italian tomato sauce because we have those beautiful Roma tomato. These are the ones you want to use when you make tomato sauce. It's the Italian way. Actually, I got the recipe from my Italian friend's grandmother, and this is how she prepares the sauce every year, and the whole family come together. Everybody comes and chops and prepare and help, and it's just a fun day. So making our tomato sauce for the season. So we have about 300 tomatoes here, and they are the beautiful Italian Roma tomato. That's what is the best for the tomato sauce, and they have a little bit less juice in them because we want a nice thick rich tomato sauce. And we're gonna prepare this all day today and boil it, put them in jars and keep them for later. So what we need to do is we're gonna just cut a little bit of the top, because of course, you know, cut this one off, and just squeeze a little bit of the juice out, because we're gonna save it for tomato juice as well. Of course, we don't waste anything. So what I'm doing first with all those tomatoes, this is what I have to do. Cutting a little bit here on top, just like this. And you see there's a little bit of green, so we'll cut that out as well. Cut them in two and squeeze a little bit of the juice. Not much, just a little bit. Like if it wants to come out, we squeeze it. Just squeezing a little bit like that. That's enough. And take that out. And I'm just gonna, they don't all have a little green piece, so if there's a little bit of white, so this one we take it out and just take that out, and it goes straight in the pot like that. That's ready to cook, just like this. And so we have all those tomatoes to make, so send it in the pot. And why I'm doing this over like that is that we're gonna collect the juice. We're gonna collect all the juice from the tomato to make tomato juice as well. So let's keep going. So we just gotta see if there's little marks or little thing. Here we have a little bit of green as well, so we're gonna squeeze a little bit, take out some of the juice, and then just cut a little bit here of green or white part, just like that is good. Here I'm just gonna cut that like this and squeeze a little bit. Send it in the pot. Here we go, we keep going with our tomato. So I'm just gonna do it like this and then cut a little bit more here. And so that's gonna take us a little time to do, but that's fine. That's the most of the preparation here. So squeeze a little bit, not too much, no need to take everything out, just a little bit. What comes out, and the rest can stay there. And we keep going with our tomato. This is a beautiful one here, so there's only this to cut, and just cut it in two. Squeeze a little bit. See, you just gotta see what needs to come out, of course, and squeeze a little bit. Here we are, big pot of tomato ready to cook, and look what we have left. Just the little bit of seeds that we squeezed out and the tops, and then it gives me that much tomato juice. Now there's going to be much more tomato juice after we finish boiling those tomatoes. So this is going to go on the boiler for about 1 hour. So it's tomato only in there, nothing else, just the tomato cut in two. And then it's gonna cook for about 1 hour after it starts to simmer. So we'll watch when it starts to simmer a little bit, then we're gonna cook them for 1 hour and then go to the next step. All right, we have our batch of tomato ready, and now we're just gonna put it through the food meal and make our sauce, and then return everything in the big pot and boil it for another couple of hours. So we better get cracking. So here I'm just taking it through the strainer here and leaving most of the juice, and put it through the second strainer. So because we want our sauce to be nice and thick, and of course we're going to make some nice tomato juice. So next thing we do is just strain it here a little bit. Now remember, those tomatoes, they have all the peels and the pips and everything is there, and it's cooked for just about 1 hour. So now putting it through the meal here, it's gonna take away all of that skin and pips, and then come the other side, our tomato sauce. So here we go, just round and around and around, just turn it in the meal, and what's going to be left here on top will be the skin, and our tomato sauce will be all down at the bottom. So I'm just going to push it down a little bit like that, make sure it's all goes in, and we keep going. So we're finishing our batch of tomato. Now we put it through the strainer, and then we're gonna put it through the food meal first, and then that's how we get our tomato sauce on the other side here. And so there's another big pot of tomato boiling just right now, and so we have already some tomato sauce. Voila, just a big pot here, and there'll be more than double that. And then what was left also from the strainer and from the bottom of our pot, we have some beautiful tomato juice here that we're gonna keep as well, tomato juice. And then what's left is only here we have the seeds and the peel of the tomato that came out of the food meal, and then that's what's left that we're gonna throw away. But we don't waste very much, so this one is for the rubbish, but all the rest is our beautiful tomato sauce, tomato juice. So this is how it works now. So our pot has been boiling for about 1 hour now, our beautiful tomato sauce, and now it's time to add the salt. So we're gonna put in like about 1 cup of salt there, and leave it there for another 1 hour to simmer and reduce a little bit, and then be ready to put it in the jars. Tomato sauce ready. We're just gonna put it in the jars now, and it's done. It's been a lot of fun doing that today, so let's just get going with the potting. So first of all, a couple of basil leaves, depending of the size, but just 2 leaves of basil. And then we're gonna use this. Be careful, this is really hot. And then we're gonna start putting our sauce here in the jar. So what we want is to just be mindful of how much we have. That's about right. Now let's just get another one ready here like that. And so what we need to do is to top it immediately and make sure it's really clean, our top of our jar, because it's gonna seal. And so we just want to wipe off the top a little bit, and then immediately put our little top on and screw it on. So what we want to do is to just turn it, but not extremely tight, before it goes into boiling water to can the tomato. But since it's already very hot, it won't take very long, just about 20 minutes in the boiling water, and this is gonna seal. Now we can hear, okay, so you hear the click click, so that's not canned. After we take them out of the canning, then there's no click click anymore. That means it's canned. So you can leave them for a year, 2 years. It's gonna be still good. Okay, so see how many jars we're gonna get. I have different sizes of jar because what I like to do is to have a choice when I need something for some of the tomato sauce for a recipe. I can then choose the size that I need for this particular recipe and not waste anything. Here we are, the tomato sauce is ready. We have 25 jars of tomato sauce for the winter. So it's ready to just sit on the shelf, and we can use it for with some chicken or some meat, or of course with the spaghetti. We can use that, make a sauce for the pizza. Anywhere you want to use tomato sauce, you use this beautiful homemade tomato sauce. We should have enough for the whole winter. Bon appetit!